WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
Good morning, everybody. It is 5 o'clock. Today's June 3rd. I'm Matt Barcaro.
And I'm Bailey Martin here with Chief Meteorologist Christine Ferreira. Beautiful way to start out June. It's been awesome.
It has been fantastic.
It really has
Since
been.
what, Saturday? We've had this nice, comfy stretch, and that continues today, but it is going to get a little bit warmer. And if you're looking for our next rain chance, that doesn't come until this weekend. So I think Saturday is a mainly dry day, but Sunday we'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. We'll keep you posted as details evolve. Right now, it is dry, and temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. Nice, refreshing way to start the day. You can also thank these dry dew points for the comfy stuff that we've been seeing ever since the weekend. So the air is dry once again. We should see mainly sunny skies this afternoon. A little bit warmer, though. Instead of 70s, we're going for 82 degrees today, and we don't have any isolated shower chances. It's just picture perfect to be outdoors. A 10 out of 10 from me.
Gosh, it looks great. Yeah. I'm excited for it.
All right, let's go to your commute this morning. I'll show you the map of what's going on in the Susquehanna Valley. We do have one accident on there to show you in Lancaster County on 283. There's an accident on 283 westbound. That is the Salunga Spooky Nook Road exit in East Hempfield Township, not causing delays on the map there on 283. So the commute looks like this is 83 Yoakumtown Road, where for a while there we can, it just changed there, but traffic is moving along fine.
This has been a Lancaster Toyota traffic report.
The cousin of 17-year-old Kamar Cordero, the Harrisburg High School student who was shot and killed getting off the bus on Friday, called for parents to be more involved with their children. Cordero's older cousin, Kiara Robinson, says Cordero loved music and was a gamer who wanted to become a tattoo artist when he grew up. Police say 16-year-old Jeremiah Moran shot and killed Cordero. Robinson says the shooting stemmed from a prior fight and urged parents to be more involved in their kids' lives to avoid this from happening again.
We can't be going through this. He was a great kid. He loved his mom. Every day he would kiss his mom on the forehead.
Robinson says the family is holding a balloon release this evening near where that shooting happened at North 6th Street and Emerald Streets. That starts at 5, and the community is invited to show support.
Also in Harrisburg, police investigating a shooting that sent a man to the hospital. Police say they responded to Derry Street just before midnight on Monday. Officers say the victim is expected to survive. Police in Lancaster County say the man officers say killed a woman in Manheim died by suicide in Alabama. Michael Bocha was charged with shooting and killing Keisha Gonzalez inside her North Main Street apartment Monday morning. Neighbors talked with News 8 about what they saw.
I tried to do CPR and I checked her pulse and she had no pulse. So then I just did CPR and it was just too late. I seen the shot in the head.
Well, neighbors told police that Gonzalez was yelling for help, and one of the neighbors ran upstairs to that unit. But court documents say when Bocha answered the door, he pointed a gun at that neighbor. After the shooting, police say Bocha went to Alabama, where officers say they found him dead there in a car.
3 people charged in a Lebanon triple homicide, including the deaths of 2 children, pled guilty. Alex Torres Santos, Ivan Claudio Rosero, and James Fernandez Reyes pled guilty to criminal homicide. That shooting happened in May of 2023 on North 5th Street. The victims were brothers 8-year-old Jesus and 9-year-old Sebastian Perez Salome, who were there playing with kittens on their back porch, and 19-year-old Josh Lugo Perez. A 4th person, a next-door neighbor, was shot but did survive. Police found 30 shell cases at the scene, with the majority of the rounds coming from an AR-15. Torres Santos and Claudio Rosero will proceed to sentencing. Fernandez Reyes, who was a juvenile at the time of the shooting, must undergo a lengthy sentencing hearing to determine whether he can be rehabilitated in prison.
A man and woman facing charges after police say cocaine was found inside a toddler's lunch bag at a York County daycare. Officers were called to the daycare in Carroll Township after they say a staff member found a small clear bag with a white powder inside the child's bag. Police later searched the home of the child's mother, Emily Arter, at the Walmart Manor Trailer Park in Franklin Township. During the search, officers said they found cocaine, marijuana, and cash inside. Arter's boyfriend, Joel Rodriguez Melendez, also lives in that home. He was also charged. Investigators say 4 young children were in the home at the time of the search. They were turned over to who police say are responsible adults.
Happening today in Lebanon, Governor Shapiro set to announce a federal investment in a glass manufacturer. Health and Human Services is set to make an investment in Schott Pharma USA. That company makes pharmaceutical glass vials that are used for injectable medicines. That announcement is set for 10 this morning.
The clock is ticking for York to spend $4.5 million in federal money. Last night, the City Council rejected a plan to spend the American Rescue Plan Act money, which will expire if those dollars aren't spent by the end of the year. Now, that money was part of a nearly $2 trillion plan from the Biden administration to help the country recover financially from the COVID-19 pandemic. The proposal that York City Council rejected would have spent the money on renovations at Penn Street Market and the Sylvia Newcomb building, as well as increased staffing for the city's police department. Some City Council members and some people at the council meeting wanted to see some of the money go to affordable housing. But Mayor Sandy Walker said that's not feasible because of the timeline for when they have to spend the money.
When it comes to affordable housing, I am a full supporter of affordable housing. This is an issue as to whether or not we can do this project with this money, and we cannot do it. I have explored, our team has explored, up, down, and around. And if we could have done it, we would have done it.
Harrisburg Area Community College says it will sell or lease 7 campus buildings to balance its budget. That's part of a revised plan approved by the college's Board of Trustees to reduce its projected budget deficit to $800,000. The buildings that will be impacted are on the Gettysburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, and York campuses. This is a live look at one of those buildings in Lancaster. Harrisburg Area Community College says all of its campuses will remain open.
5:06, and let's turn to our weather with a beautiful Lancaster Skycam behind us. We have some more high school graduations tonight.
Big night.
Yeah, Ephrata, Penn Manor, Columbia as well.
I have a whole list in the back, and we will show you that forecast coming up. Our forecast today, though, includes high pressure right overhead, and it's giving us that northerly flow. So we continue to see this nice dry air moving into the Susquehanna Valley. The humidity has been at bay. The mornings are refreshing, and the afternoons feel great. So we are doing that again today, but we're cranking up the temperature just a bit. I think we'll be in the low 80s for our highs. Right now, just some high clouds around. 54 in Carlisle, 51 in Lancaster. We have 56 in Lebanon and 53 degrees in Chambersburg. Look at the feels like forecast today and tomorrow, feeling quite nice and comfy. Getting a little stickier by Friday. You might not be too sensitive to the humidity then, but I think you'll notice it on Saturday, where it will be warm and humid. We could have highs close to 90 again. Here's a look at our wind speeds throughout the day, about 5 to 10 miles per hour, generally out of the north-northeast. So for the morning, we have abundant sunshine, pleasant conditions around the lunch hour, and then this evening for the commute, it's going to be nice and toasty with a high temperature of 82, a few notches above average for this time of the year. We'll talk more about those 90s at the end of the week coming up.
All right, thanks, Christine. Today, we're kicking off our Stuff the Truck Showdown for the year, and we need your help with collecting donations for Goodwill Keystone to help people throughout the Susquehanna Valley.
So get those clothes that you'd like to donate, because we're collecting donations in York, Cumberland, and Lancaster counties. News 8's Gabrielle Thomas is live at Goodwill in Lower Swatara Township with what you can donate. Good morning, Gabrielle.
Good morning, Matt and Bailey. Well, today is the day to grab as many items as you can out of your home to donate to our Stuff the Truck Showdown. Excuse me. If you take a look around, we are here at a distribution center for Goodwill. It's here in Middletown. This is where your items will be if you do plan to donate. But I want you to know, though, this isn't just about a partnership with Goodwill Keystone. This is about pouring back into our communities and supporting Goodwill's mission. Now, I have Bruce Brockman joining me this morning. He is the Vice President of Operations for Goodwill Keystone. Could you explain to me what Goodwill's mission is for people who aren't really familiar with it?
So in short, Goodwill's mission is to advance sustainability so that families and individuals can thrive and flourish. And we do that through recycling, reselling, or reusing items that are donated to generate the revenue to provide workforce development, training, technologies to give people the ability to have a sustainable job, and then also to teach them how do you take that money and build a sustainable household through budgeting and all of that type of stuff.
Now, Bruce, there's a long list of things that people can donate today, and we're hoping for a lot of donations. But what can they donate, and what can they what can they not donate? Excuse me.
It's a lot easier to say what you cannot donate versus what you can donate. So basically, anything you have in your house, with the exception of large appliances or things that have Freon or some type of refrigerant. So air conditioners, dehumidifiers, we don't have the ability to take those. But pretty much anything else in your house, bring it to us and we will find a way to get it out.
All right, Bruce, thank you so much. We're hoping that you grab as many items as you can out of your house and donate to our Stuff the Truck Showdown. Remember, it's all about pouring back into the community. It starts at 11 this morning and wraps up at 7 tonight. Remember, Jerry will be at Camp Hill, Lori in Lancaster, and Bethany in York. Reporting live here in Lower Terrace Township, I'm Gabrielle Thomas, WGAL News 8.
Well, now you know where some of the donations will be going.
Absolutely. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Gabrielle.
Well, this week also is the 42nd annual Children's Miracle Network Telethon.
Your donations make a difference in the lives of sick and injured children at Penn State Health Golisano Children's Hospital.
We want to show you how your gifts help these children by introducing you to a miracle child.
My name is Cannon. I'm going to eat any food.
Let's have a little snack, okay? All eating is a matter of learning. Oh, that's perfect. But this is a skill that can be taught across the course of time. And our goal was to teach this young man to start eating solid food.
He was born weighing what essentially a soda can would weigh, which is 13 ounces.
When a child comes in here, we're looking at, all right, how can we make things better at home? And these are hard skills for kids to learn in some cases.
I never would have thought he would have been able to chew and swallow.
Done.
Pretty powerful stuff there. These are the donations that have come in so far, $138,433 to help children just like Gannon.